All right, reconnected here. Yeah, so I'm sitting here pondering life, pondering what's going on, and God gives me a topic. Just think about maybe something to share with you guys out there in YouTube land. And the subject came to mind was pain. What about this thing called pain, man? And once you get to be my age, 64, and all those guys, all those of you out there that are older than that, you've been around a while. We've been around a while. We've suffered loss, family members, pets that have died and moved on, you might say. So there's this process we go through uh, of mourning and anguish and grief and pain, emotional pain. So I think one of the things that's important is that we're not all alone in our pain. We're not having to deal with it all by ourselves. That's a pretty challenging thing to do, emotional pain, grief, and loss. So there is emotional pain. There is also physical pain. And that is something I've had a good taste of with two kidney transplants now, a nephrectomy, which began the whole thing 15, 16 years ago. A little tummy ache turned into doubled over pain, having to kind of bob and grit my teeth and just grind it out while I was sitting in the emergency room. 5 hours later, I got into a room. Finally, got someone to look at my situation. Turns out I had internal bleeding, and 2 weeks later, I got out of there. But it was 2 weeks of hell. Morphine didn't really cut it. They don't want to treat the pain too much because they want to help find out what's going on with you when you have some kind of medical issue. So uh, when the doc came in, my hands were on the top of the bathroom door, and I was grinding my teeth and gritting out pain and moaning. And he finally said, we got to do surgery. We got to do something here. So that was the beginning of my more dramatic, more extensive uh, pain processes, medical processes. I began my dialysis due to kidney failure. Turns out I had an internal bleeding, and they took out like a liter or 3/4 of a gallon, or I don't know what it was, a whole bunch of blood out of my abdomen, and the blood's not supposed to be just everywhere inside. It caused a lot of pain. So there's the life journeys that are just absolutely torturous. Physical pain, one of them. Emotional pain, physical pain. Um, and there's financial pain. There's spiritual pain, if you will. Relationship pains when life's not working right. And I just want to firstly acknowledge for all of you who've been going through that or in that now. I hear what you're saying. I hear and appreciate how awful our pain times can be. Uh, it's horrible, but we've always heard, oh, it's part of life. Yeah, um, you will have tribulation in this life, the Bible says, and indeed that is true. Um, but what I have found through all this is a lot of that physical pain changed who I was into who I am now. It's one of those things like, I wouldn't like to go do it again, but um, it did have an impact on me as a person. I came out of that with more empathy for others. I'd been a very driven um, business guy, entrepreneur, uh, just go, go, go for business. And there was a process where I believe God sort of allowed stuff to happen, and it kind of got me reconnected with my humanity. And oh boy, did that not feel good. But just validating our journey, guys, out there, letting you know I walked the road of pain physical pain, emotional pain with the loss of loved ones. My mom, many, many years ago, watched her do dialysis for a long time, and she handled it well. She was a voice teacher. So I would just say hang in there. If you're dealing with pain, I just want to agree with you that it is horrible. I'd like to say this too shall pass, and I suppose that's true unless you unless you just check out. And that's it. What happens then is a topic for another day. But we just want to hang in there through the pain, and the pain can teach us a lot. God speaks to us and screams to us in our pain. I've heard it said. So I just want to acknowledge that life can be really hard sometimes. But I'm still kicking, 64, 2 kidney transplants, 29 months on dialysis, sticking those big old needles in my arms, cleaning my blood all out. Still going, still having a good time, seeing the good every day that's there. Even when I was in pain, even when I'm suffering, I try to focus on what I have, not what I don't have. Trying to be mad at God as much as it seems reasonable to do so. He's like, why are you letting this happen to me? So anyway, pain teaches us. It seems part of our journey, and it seems like there's a purpose in it. Sometimes it's not apparent right away, and sometimes it's not apparent at all. It's like, this just sucks. But anyway, hang in there, guys. God bless you. I pray God's healing power would come upon you, that he would touch your heart and your soul and your spirit, give you some relief, and that the doctors, if you're involved in a health issue, would watch over you and take care of you well and do you right. So, Mr. Dave, just trying to acknowledge life is hard, pain happens, but hang in there, persevere, keep on trucking, and still try to be grateful and forgiving of what you do have. Being in America, it's not perfect. America ain't perfect, so let's just agree on that one. But boy, there's a lot of stuff here that's good, and people that are good. Doctors, nurses work very hard and study for years to get to where they can sometimes be in really miserable situations with people and have to do work that's extremely difficult. So I acknowledge their expertise, their commitment to do good and to help others. So God bless all the doctors out there and nurses and caregivers and first responders and our military too. They're helping to keep the land protected and safe. So hope you are well out there. I pray for you guys out there that life would be good. So have a good one. Until next time, we will talk to you. Have a good one. God bless. Bye.